You're talking to me.
I am.
Welcome to Miss Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the most shocking moment from every season of The Big Bang Theory. Season 1. Raj talks to Penny for the first time. The Grasshopper Experiment. Raj's major character trait is his inability to talk directly to a woman. But in Episode 8, that all changes as he, while sipping on a grasshopper, utters these 6 words.
Where did my life go, Penny?
It's in this shocking moment that we all discover that alcohol is the magic elixir for his selective mutism. Season 2. The Napkin Gift and the Hug. The Bath Item Gift Hypothesis. Not known for his emotional outbursts or his enjoyment of physical contact with other human beings, both tendencies go out the window when Penny gives him a napkin. Okay, it isn't just a napkin. It's a napkin used and signed by Leonard Nimoy. We're not sure what's more shocking, the amazingly perfect gift Penny gets for her friend, or the rare Sheldon hug that he bestows upon her in an attempt to thank her. Season 3. Stan Lee. The Excelsior Acquisition. Sheldon misses out on a Stan Lee signing at the comic book store because he's in court fighting a ticket that he got while driving Penny to the hospital. Feeling bad about her role in Sheldon missing the event, Penny gets Lee's address from Stuart and takes Sheldon to the great man's house. However, we hadn't seen Lee at any point in the episode thus far, so one would be forgiven for not assuming he'd show up in this moment either. But there he is, opening the door. Season 4. Raj and Penny sleep together. The roommate transmogrification. At the end of this season finale, Penny is shocked to wake up naked in bed with Raj. When we had last seen them, these two were in the midst of a fun bonding night of drinking, laughing, and talking. As we come to learn, there actually wasn't any coitus that night. But that certainly doesn't take any shock value away from the morning after reveal. Season 5. Sheldon in the Couch. The Good Guy Fluctuation. After spending the entire episode trying to get revenge on his friends for scaring him at work, Sheldon goes all in on the jump scare, and it most definitely lives up to its name. When he bursts out of the couch, a scared Leonard literally jumps off his seat. We're thinking a few of you did as well. Season 6. Raj talks to Penny sober. The Bon Voyage reaction. Normally, the show would make a point of showing Raj taking a sip of an alcoholic beverage, or at least have a visible bottle nearby when he'd be talking to women. But in this case, we're so caught up in his sadness over being dumped by Lucy that most of us probably didn't even think about whether or not he'd been drinking when Penny shows up to see how he's doing.
You're talking to me.
I am.
Season 7. The comic book store burns down. The status quo combustion. Not many good things happen to Stuart. Sure, he owns his own comic book store, but according to him, it's the very opposite of a lucrative business. None of us would have imagined his worst of times would get as bad as they are at the end of Season 7.
I was cooking in the back room last night and the hot plate caught on fire.
His shock at seeing the fiery destruction is matched only by the sad gasp from the studio audience. Season 8. Howard's mom dies. The comic book store regeneration. Nothing shocked and saddened fans more than the death of Howard's mom.
Ma took a nap. She never woke up.
We barely saw her, but Mrs. Wallowitz, voiced by Carol Ann Susie, was a major part of the series for 8 years. But then, in November of 2014, Susie passed away, and a few months later, so did her character on the show. Season 9. Sheldon doesn't take Amy back. The Platonic Permutation. As difficult as Sheldon and Amy's breakup is, we all knew that the couple would eventually get back together. They just had to, right? In the 9th episode of the 9th season, it appeared like it was finally going to happen. Sheldon and Amy go to the aquarium together as friends on Thanksgiving and have a really nice time. Following the outing, Amy calls her ex and tells him that she's ready to resume their romantic relationship. But then comes the big shocker. Sheldon says no.
I think I need to just be your friend.
Season 10. Sheldon proposes. The long-distance dissonance. No moment in the 10th season surprised us more than his proposal to Amy.
Will you marry me?
From the moment Dr. Ramona Nowitzki kisses him and he walks out of his office, we're in a constant state of wondering where he's going. Even when we hear him knock on Amy's door, we still aren't expecting to see him down on one knee when she opens it. Season 11, Stuart Could Have Been Rich, the Bitcoin Entanglement. In the Bitcoin Entanglement, the guys remember that they'd mined a bunch of Bitcoin years earlier and set out on a quest to find it. Retracing their steps, they eventually find the laptop with the folder on it, only to learn that Sheldon had moved it to the Batman flash drive on Leonard's keychain. Smart move, except for the fact that Leonard lost the keychain. Then, in a funny throwaway moment at the end of the episode, we see a flashback of Stuart sweeping up in his store, finding the keychain and deciding to erase the contents and sell it. Season 12, Sheldon's Nobel Prize Speech, the Stockholm Syndrome. There's no denying Sheldon's brilliance. However, if there was one other thing we thought we knew about him, it's that the only thing bigger than his intelligence is probably his ego. After Amy calls him out on his selfishness, Sheldon seems to truly see the light. And in that light, he sees the true value of his friends, and that's what his speech is about.
But I want you to know, in my way, I love you all.